We are already 2 months into the 2025-26 season, and with that being said, in today's video, I'm going to be ranking the top 10 best strikers so far this season. There will be absolutely no bias in this video, and to prove that, I have not put any Napoli players in this list. Not that any of them would make it in anyways. But with that being said, there is no bias in this video, and I'm also not taking anything into account from last season. This is based purely off their performances so far this season. Make sure you watch this video all the way to the end to see who I have in the top 3, because there are some shocking picks in this list. But without further ado, let's get right into this top 10. Starting off in 10th place, I put Victor Gyökeres. Bro, I better not see any Arsenal fans coming at me saying that he deserves to be in the top 5. There is no way. Yes, over the last 2 years with Sporting, he's been absolutely incredible, scored around 100 goals, and he was sensational. But this season, he hasn't been good enough. Obviously, in saying that, I do still think that Gyökeres is a phenomenal striker. I think he's going to help Arsenal a lot in the coming years. But so far this season, he's played almost 1,000 minutes, and he's only gotten 5 goals in all competitions. The reason why I don't think Gyökeres has been performing to his normal standards so far this season is, one, he's still adjusting to the pace of the Premier League. Obviously, we all know the Premier League is a very fast league, and it does take some players longer to adjust than others. But also, I don't think Arsenal are using him in his best way. Obviously, Arsenal are a team that play out wide and they send in a lot of crosses into the box. We see it from set pieces, we see it in open play, and Gyökeres has never really been that type of player to score headers. Majority of the time, he's scoring shots off of a touch or off of a pass, but he hasn't really been played that way this season, in my opinion. Moving into 9th place, we got Robert Lewandowski. By the way, Lewandowski throughout his career has been absolutely incredible, and I do feel like he does get underrated sometimes. But so far this season with Barcelona, he hasn't been as good as he was last season, but I still do think he has to be in this list. So far in 7 matches in the La Liga, he scored 4 goals, but he has been battling with a little bit of an injury for the last month or so. But I think the main thing with Lewandowski is, yes, he scored 4 goals in 7 games, but he's only played 350 minutes in those 7 games. So realistically, he's scoring over a goal for every 100 minutes of football he plays. So say all you want, but I still think he's a very good striker. Moving into 8th place, I put Marcus Thuram. Honestly, I would love Marcus Thuram at Napoli. I think he is such a good striker. In some ways, he's actually very similar to Harry Kane in the sense that he has the ability to drop deep, to link up with the midfielders, to play long passes. He's a very technical player, and he has so many abilities that most traditional strikers don't have. And with his height being at around 6'2", he has the strength and he has the power to outmuscle a lot of defenders. So far this season, we've already seen him get 4 goal contributions in his first 5 Serie A matches. But on top of that, in the Champions League, in his first 3 games, he's gotten another 4 goal contributions, making it 8 in his first 8 matches. I think Thuram is fantastic. I think he's a great player in Inter Milan's system, and I think in the future he could be a top striker. Moving on to 7th place, I've put Ange-Joan Boni. If you do not know Ange-Joan Boni, then get to know Ange-Joan Boni. This guy is such a phenomenal striker, only 22 years old, and it's actually his birthday at the time of recording this video. Bro, he's played 200 minutes in the Serie A. He's only started in 2 matches, and he's gotten 3 goals and 3 assists as well. 6 goal contributions in 200 minutes is crazy. And honestly, even when he was at Parma, especially last season, I could tell that this guy was going to be a serious player in the future. He has the height, he has the speed, his shooting is crazy, and I think he is such a good substitute for Inter Milan. Obviously, he's not a starter yet for Inter Milan, as they do have Lautaro Martinez and also Marcus Thuram. But this guy, I think, could get into a lot of top teams in the world. I think he has such a great talent. Moving on to 6th place, I put Julian Alvarez. Hey Julian, you my brother, bro. We both got the same name. What can I say? Since he's been at Atletico Madrid, I think that Julian Alvarez has been incredible. My brother is scoring for fun, and so far this season, he's already started in 9 matches, and he's gotten 6 goals and 1 assist, which is very good. And especially in a struggling Atletico Madrid, this season they haven't been as good. In the La Liga, they've been suffering a lot of draws. In the Champions League, they just lost 4-0 against Arsenal. But the one shining star in that team is Julian Alvarez. I love Julian Alvarez. I think he's a phenomenal player, and this season he's definitely been one of the top strikers in the world. Moving on to 5th place, I've put Hugo Ekitike. It's crazy to say that Ekitike, who is the lesser known of the 2 strikers that got transferred to Liverpool this season, is in the top 5. But the other striker, Isak, who broke the British transfer record, is not even in the top 10. And Arne Slot always seems like he wants to start Isak over Ekitike. But Ekitike has been the better striker. He's been one of Liverpool's best players this season. I think he has to start. He's played 400 minutes and he's already gotten 3 goals and an assist in the Premier League, meaning that on average, every 100 minutes he's playing, he's getting a goal contribution, which is very, very impressive. But it's not only his stats. You have to watch this guy play. For being about 6'3", he is such a silky striker. His dribbling, his speed, the way he handles the ball is crazy. And obviously he is a fairly skinny player. He's not that heavy, but he still has good strength. I think the way Ekitike plays in this Liverpool lineup with the players around him, with Gakpo, with Salah, with Wirtz, with Szoboszlai, I just think at the current moment, he is more suited to play in this striker position than Isak. And obviously Isak's been going through injuries. A lot of change happened in the summer, but I think you have to start Ekitike at the moment because Isak is not firing and this guy is. Moving on to 4th place, I've put Victor Osimhen. He hasn't played that much this season for Galatasaray, but in the time that he has played, he's already scored a couple goals in the 3 matches he started. And it's not only the goals that he's scoring, but it's the way he's playing. He's just such a powerhouse in that striker position, and he has such confidence that a lot of other strikers don't have. Another thing about Osimhen is he does it on the biggest stages. We saw him score a hat-trick against Benin to help Nigeria get into the playoffs for the World Cup. We saw him score the winning goal against Liverpool, which was a very well taken penalty. And we saw him score 2 goals in the last Champions League match against Bodo Glimt, which gave them the 3-1 win. I think that Osimhen so far since joining Galatasaray, even last season, was fantastic. But so far this season, he has definitely been one of their brightest players, and I definitely think he's a top striker. Moving on to 3rd place, I've put Erling Haaland. Yes, Erling Haaland is not in 1st, not in 2nd, but he is in 3rd place in my opinion. Now, obviously Haaland is the best striker in the Premier League. By far, he is fantastic. And last season, it did look like he fell off a little bit, but this season, 11 goals and 1 assist in 8 matches. Are you crazy? This guy is crazy. His power, his heading ability, but his finishing. Erling Haaland, in my opinion, definitely has some of the best finishing in the world. And paired up with a lot of his other attributes, it makes him a nightmare for any defenders. Erling Haaland in his last 12 games has scored in every single game he's played. He looks absolutely incredible. For his country, Norway, who looks like they are going to qualify for the World Cup. For his club, Man City, who have been fantastic this season in the league. And even in the Champions League, against Villarreal, against Monaco, he's looked like the best player. The reason why I didn't put Erling Haaland in 1st or 2nd place is because I think the other 2 players have more technical ability than Erling Haaland, but they're also more all-around strikers. And even though Haaland has been fantastic this season, I just think that those attributes have to put the other players ahead of Haaland. Very slightly, but just ahead of him in my opinion. Moving on to 2nd place, I've put Harry Kane. Yes, Harry Kane is in 2nd place. Don't kill me in the comments, but that leaves one person in 1st place, and you all know who that is. This was a very tough decision. Harry Kane has been fantastic this season, and similarly to Haaland, he's also scored in his last 11 or 12 games in a row. So far in the Bundesliga, he's already played 7 matches, and he has 15 goal contributions, meaning that on average, for every 100 minutes he plays, he averages 3 goal contributions. That's crazy, the highest in Europe, and obviously it tells you a lot about Harry Kane. He is a top striker. Ever since he's been at Tottenham and now with Bayern Munich, he has the ability to drop deep. He has some of the best passing ability I've ever seen in a striker, and his shooting ability. I don't know if anyone can shoot the ball as good as Harry Kane. But with that being said, I still think there's one player that has been better this season than Harry Kane. And that one player is none other than Kylian Mbappé. If you look at Mbappé with Real Madrid, last season, a lot of people were calling him a flop. But me personally, I always thought of Kylian Mbappé not only as the best striker in the world, but the best player in the world. I think this guy is the best player in the world. I think his abilities as a striker doesn't compare to any other players. You can talk about Harry Kane, Erling Haaland, Victor Osimhen, but Mbappé can do pretty much everything that they can do. If you look at his pace, if you look at his dribbling, if you look at his quick touches, even his passing is pretty good. And his shooting, his finishing, He has everything you want as a striker, and that's why in the La Liga, he's already gotten 10 goals and 2 assists in his first 9 matches played. You can argue Harry Kane all you want, you can argue Haaland all you want, but let me ask you one question. If you had to take one of these strikers in your team, Haaland, Kane, or Mbappé, who are you taking? Because I know that I'm taking Mbappé, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys will too. And that is the end of my video. Those are my top 10 best strikers so far in the 2025-26 season. If you guys agree with my list, remember to leave a comment down below. But obviously, if you disagree, remember to leave your list down below, and I'll be sure to reply to every single comment. If you guys haven't checked out some of my recent videos, I will leave a link in the description down below. And obviously, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and stay tuned for more videos.